Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build an Egyptian City, or now, let's build two cities, because I am making a new plan. So this episode is just going to be me basically talking, but you guys will have a lot of input in this city building if you want to, and I will explain why and how. So, on Friday, 7th of July, I am going to Tenerife. I will be gone for like 2 weeks basically, so there's not going to be any videos being uploaded in that span, but what I want you guys to do is to help me plan my cities. Two cities, plural. So I was talking to this guy, Mudo Gaming. I'll put some of the comments just flashing up on the screen now so you can see some of the conversation, some of the ideas he had, and it really got me thinking. So what I want to try and do is, we're building this coastal town, aren't we? And it's based on Alexandria because we have the lighthouse of Alexandria. So we already have the lighthouse in place, and I'm going to go for green to represent that because that doesn't stand out at all. We're going to go for blue. No, yeah, blue right by the sea. That's going to stand out, isn't it? Let's go for white. There we go. Nice big white blob. That still doesn't really help, does it? Should we just go for black? There you go. So we've got the lighthouse here on this outcropping, and we had a plan of like having a temple or palace on here and a big city around there and stuff like that. Well, that's all going to change now. What I want to do instead is expand this river, and the river is going to go from being the size of this grey line to the size of the yellow line, and that's going to give us plenty of space then to have ships. And what we're going to do is we're going to have like an Egyptian town here by the sea, but it's going to be taken over by Greeks. So there's going to be some Greek temples in there. There's going to be sort of a Greek manor house, maybe a Greek fort up on this section here. Greek fort there. We're going to have some Greek walls around, and it's going to be, you know, an Egyptian village with Greek buildings dotted around, and it's just going to look quite interesting. I think it's going to be like a mix between the two styles, and I don't know, I'm really excited to do that because I think it's going to look quite interesting. Let's get a green brush here. So all along these riverbanks is going to be lush green, just really nice terrain and stuff, so we can do some nice farming. Really all along here, pretty much all of this section actually, right up to the mountains is going to be grass, like that. Yeah, and around here somewhere, about halfway up this river, so by halfway up, you can see how high the river goes, so about halfway along this river, and also I might make the river a bit more curvy, because that's quite a straight river in my opinion, so we might curve the river if we get the opportunity. It's going to be a big task unless I can, you know, get the map into World Painter or something like that. It's going to be a huge task to do, and it's probably going to be done off camera, because if I started doing it on camera, it's just going to take me way too long. If I do it off camera, I can just go through all the phases. Also, I'll use orange for this. Around here, I want to have sand dunes, sort of, you know, big sweeping sand dunes, sort of breaking up the two cities. And then here, somewhere, we're going to have our Egyptian city, which is going to be, let's just get, we use black for laying out the sort of area of the Greek Egyptian town. It's going to be basically in that square, and the Egyptian town is going to be basically in that square. And, you know, we're going to have the pyramids and the Sphinx and all the Egyptian temples, and it's going to be just Egyptian on this little area here. And all along this lush banks we can have farmland. We're also going to have mines and quarries all along the mountains, and maybe over on this side we can have like a gold mine or something, I don't know. But this is just a few ideas, and what I want you guys to do is to help me out with planning the city. If you've got ideas of something maybe I've not said, or maybe got a different idea, like this Mudo Gaming guy, he was like, well, yeah, you're doing that, but I think this would be better, and then you know, after looking at it and thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, actually you're right. So you guys, if you want, you can. I'm gonna put a link to this map without all the annotations into the description, and you can go download, because I've just cut off this bit of the map, otherwise it would be a huge image to download. So then you guys can go in, you can be as detailed as you want if you want to zoom right in using Photoshop or GIMP or whatever image editing software you like to use. You know, you can plan out streets, you can plan out buildings, or you can just do what I've done and just do blobs and go, I think you should have this sort of thing here, this sort of thing there. The only thing that is set in stone is the lighthouse, because that's the only thing we've actually built. So everything else is open to interpretation. You can do what you want with it, basically. And I'm going to sort of compile. I'm only expecting to get 3, maybe 4 people doing this. Even if I just get one person, that'll, you know, help me out a lot. So I'm just going to put those designs together and sort of pick the common features, I guess, and like where people have put things, and sort of go with that. And the main thing that I need help with is naming the 2 cities. So we're going to have our Egyptian city, and we're going to have our Greek Egyptian city. So I don't know whether to keep an Egyptian name for the Greek Egyptian city, whether to have a Greek name derived from the Egyptian name, whether it's just a Greek name, whether it's like got 2 names because, you know, it used to be this city and now it's this city, something like that. I don't know, it could be interesting. But that's going to be it for this episode. It's a really short one because I don't have much time to record, and we're nowhere near done on sort of expanding the map out. So that needs a lot of work as well. Okay, that's it for this episode, guys. So please really help me out if you are enjoying the series and you want to be a part of it and you want to have your ideas heard. If you enjoyed the video and the series, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps everybody out on YouTube when you leave a like on the videos. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in just over 2 weeks when I am back and sunburned. Goodbye.